Okay, video 2. Okay, so guys.
Movie 2.
Yeah, so, our first video was covering the new paints. Now, video 2, what is it about, Paul?
It's 30 something.
It's about these little guys, so yeah, can come in close.
Extreme close up.
What are these model kits here? Paul, do you want to quickly...
This is 30-minute missions, guys. So 30-minute missions is a modular model system, very similar to some of the older guys would know, similar to things like Bionicles. But the whole point is that you buy one, you buy another one, and you can start mixing their pieces together to make your ultimate favorite design. And we love this because what makes this really great is that you're not conformed to sticking to any kind of law. You're not. It's not like Gundam where you're building a specific unit from Gundam. And I know how guys are like. You're sometimes scared of mixing things together in Gundam because you're worried about a Zaku leg on a Gundam body. Well, 30-minute missions just kicks all the doors down and allows you to just be creative and make your own dream mix.
Yeah.
And that's what 30-minute missions.
So I think that's come back to what we're doing here is that.
Yeah.
So. That's the reason why we wanted these guys to be the first competition, is that they're very customizable. They make it easy for customization, but also they make it easy for prepping for painting. Like they don't have seam lines.
They don't have seams, they're easy to clean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's only a few pieces, so it should be a relatively small project that won't take you forever. Unless you really have a big crazy...
Yeah, you don't need super hardcore modeling skills. Like, for example, when they are being judged, we're not going to look at how well you fixed the seam because you didn't need to fix seams.
Yeah, there's no seams.
Which is great because that makes it really awesome and accessible to beginner builders or to beginner painters. Actually, more to beginner painters than anything. The other side of it is that you get to be creative without any limitations. So here's the thing. Jeff and I love Gundam, and of course we would love to have made our first competition all about Gundam, but getting Gundam kits can be a little bit tricky. And we don't want to put you in a position where you're waiting for XYZ Gundam to come into stock or whatever, because if this comes in, you'll do the comp. No, rather we've got all of these, they do really well. A lot of you out there have them already. So let's take your stuff to the next level.
So also this is like serving as a warm-up. For us, because it's our first competition, we're still like learning the ropes, and then that's why we're keeping this competition. Guys, when you enter, you're going to enter it through, on our Discord, we have all the information, we have all the rules. When you see this video, the rules will be out there, and then when you submit, to be through Google Forms, you're going to submit your photos and stuff, just as a starting point.
Yeah.
And also, we can chat about how we're going to judge these. Like, there's 3 criteria.
Yes.
Well, not 3 criteria, there's 3 pillars.
Yeah.
So how we want to judge, pillar 1 or point 1 is your concept, which is like the idea of the build. So from when we see your finished builds, we can see, okay, this is the idea you're going for. Maybe it's a rusted look, or it's like a newly out of factory, or whatever. But
what's
as long as we can
story?
see it,
Give me a story. Is this guy like the hero of the story? Is this guy like the bad guy? Come up with a good concept. As we say in design. Practice good design, wear a concept.
Yeah. So, for example, if you're talking about concept or idea, do you want to talk about your idea for this guy?
Yeah. So the thoughts behind my design, for example, was I was thinking of the mythological creature, the Tengu, which is a type of let's call it a Japanese demon. It's a crow demon. It's got a really long face. So I wanted a Tengu feel to my mech, okay, and I'm creating this special squad. So this is my Tengu unit, at least the prototype to my Tengu unit.
What part of it is Tengu?
The long nose, the long face. So Tengu typically have long noses, and they're also depicted in mythology as crows with long red beaks. So that's why I've got the wings. I've even got the little circular radome behind there. Instead of it being a radome, it's just a back piece, which is very reminiscent of like what the gods would often have.
And by the way, we're showing our builds now. Basically, we're not gonna enter the competition, but we're also gonna be participating just to,
just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 1 was the concept. So number 2 is your execution. So from where you can see your finished builds, okay, we get your idea, and we Every pillar we scored up to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously we're going to accumulate all the points at the end. So yeah, number 1 is about concept. Number 2 is your execution to your idea, how well you did it. And then number 3 is it's a combination of photography and how your poses are.
Yeah.
So,
So, and just to help you guys out there, if any of this is freaking you out, if you guys don't have the strongest concept, but you've done an outstanding paint job on your machine, and you've taken the most excellent photos, and there aren't any num marks on your kit, then you're going to get very high marks, for example. If you're not such a great builder, or maybe you don't have access to some of the best tools to remove your num marks, or you don't have the skills to remove some of the num marks, but you've got an amazing concept and you've taken great photos, it's going to balance out. So we want you guys to understand that we try to make it fair and sort of accessible as much as we can. You know, we know a lot of you guys out there might not be the best painters, but we know that your pose game is on point. So this makes it fair.
I think the biggest thing is
and difficult to
have fun with this competition. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. So yeah, as I said, the entries are going to start now when you see this video, and to I think close on the last Sunday of February.
Yes.
And then the final, like when you send your final photos, it has to be. Again, I can't remember the date. I think it was 12th of March. That's when we're closing the competition.
Yeah, so that's when your final entry has to be in. Your finished kit has to be done by then.
And then basically in that BuildCast on that week, we will go through we'll showcase everybody's photos or entries.
Yes.
And we'll announce the top 3 winners. Yeah, so there's 3 winners in this competition.
We'll have an award ceremony.
Yeah, so the prizes for the competitions is going to be gift vouchers. No, not me. So it's going to be gift vouchers for Gunpla SA, for the store. The first prize is 1,000 rand. Okay. Second prize is 500.
500 rand.
And third place is 250. 250
rands for your third prize winner. Okay, which is pretty good. So it's either, you know, if you come first place, you can replace the kit that you've used.
Yeah, you can spend it however you want. You know, that's like the biggest thing we were thinking about. Like, do we actually think about actual physical prizes? Because like, you know, it's a bit challenging because everybody loves different model kits. So I think the best way is just give you vouchers and you can spend however you want. Yeah.
I also want to just take this the last few seconds of this video as we walk out the door, just to give you some tips quickly, just some pro tips. The first thing is, remember that finishing your kit is a prize. Okay, I know that sounds like millennial, I've attended, I should get a trophy mentality, but it's not that. Finishing the kit is a prize. A lot of people start projects and don't finish them. So that's the first prize, is finishing for yourselves. Second thing is, guys, have fun. This is what this is about. It's about having fun. Have fun with the concept. Don't think that if other people think that your concept is weird, don't worry about that. Jeff and I are very open-minded. We're more interested in a cool idea rather than what everybody else thinks about it. We're going to be judging. Third thing is, you've got a lot of time to get good at painting with this. And I recommend you use the Maker color. It's easy to strip. If you don't know what you're doing, you know, it's easy to strip with like some Mr. Muscle. You know, it's pretty straightforward. And then the last little bit of tip, or the last tip that I want to give you guys, is Google some photography videos now. Google some videos on how to pose. Start getting your self nice and strong. And
but not only that, you've got the Discord community. We can also provide some tips. If you ask them, we can help you. But also in the competition, not in this video, I'm not going to explain it, but we will give some guidelines take a photo with the backdrop, these are the angles to take. You'll see all in the rules. Yeah.
Totally. Cool. And then remember, impact is everything, so keep your build. I would suggest you keep your build secret. And
keep it a surprise, we want to see surprises too,
Yeah, we want to be surprised. Don't go and pop it all over the Discord because then it's going to get boring.
You can if you want to, but that's
your game.
That's up to you.
But cool, there's no limit. Go for it. Knock yourselves out. Show us your wildest creations.
Yeah, for
and until then, remember to
shall we Yeah. So this time it's not just about keeping joy. It's about keeping keep building, but also customizing.
Keep customizing.
Kit bashing and painting
joy. Transition.
Let's scratch the lens.